In this week, the Torah goes through a great detail in expressing and explaining many, many different laws. The entire parsha is called Mishpatim, which means laws, and really it's a long, long laundry list of laws. This law, that law, this law, that law. And as of course, some of these laws are applicable, some are not so applicable. And it seems a little bit hard to understand why, right after receiving the Torah, we have this long, long list that goes on and on, seems endless at times. But really, what's important to note is not about the list exactly of what to do, what not to do. It's the fact that there is a list. The fact that there is a list means that God is telling us, He's helping us how to live our lives. And in Judaism, almost every moment of the day, a person could do a good deed, he could do a commandment, he could pray, he could do something kind to somebody else, and he gets reward for that fulfillment of that mitzvah, of that command. From the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, there are always laws that we could do and fulfill. And we have to look at that as a privilege. There's so many opportunities we have to follow God's path and be good people and get the reward for the things that we do. In this week's Torah portion, we read about the Jewish people and their travels in the desert, reaching to Mount Sinai to receive the Ten Commandments. And when we look at the Ten Commandments, some of them obviously are applicable to us every single day, believing in God, celebrating Shabbat, but other of them seem a little bit archaic or ones that don't really apply to all of us. Don't steal, don't kill. These are not things, don't go to court and testify falsely. Some of these are not things that we really do, or hopefully we don't do. So how does it relate to the everyday person? There's a beautiful answer I heard would like to share. That although, yes, many of the Ten Commandments, one could argue, don't apply in its fullest form, but each one has a little bit of a background, a little bit of a backdrop. Someone wants to kill someone, it comes from hatred. So yes, maybe your hatred won't go to kill someone, but you still have hatred towards another person. And maybe lying in testimony in court, that's not something you would ever do, but still a little fib, a little white lie is something that you would do. We have to look at each and everything in our lives, and even if it's not the major type of sins that are brought in the Torah, but minor things, little things, you have to keep in mind that even those are forbidden, and when we refrain from those, we become better people as well. We'll now continue with the singing of Lechadodi, the song we sing Friday night, written by the great Rabbi of Shlomo Alkabetz in the late 1400s. Lechadodi lekras kala pnei Shabbos nekabela lechadodi lekras kala pnei Shabbos nekabela Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad Hishmiyanu kel hamyuchad Hashem echad Ushmaho yachad L'shemo seferetz v'lesilah Chad odi l'kras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela L'kras Shabbos l'chuvin elcha Ki hi mikor haberacha Meirosh mikedem nisucha Sov ma'aseh b'machshavot chila Lechad odi l'kras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Mikdash melech Ir melucha kumitzi mitoch ha'afecha Rav lach shevet b'yimekabacha V'hu yachamol alayichem la'lechad odi l'kras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Hisnarim yafar kumi Livshi bigdei sefartei chalmi Al yad ben yishai beis halachmi Karva el nafshi gi yahala lechad odi l'kras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Hisahoreri Ki v'horechu miyori Uri shir daberi Kavod Hashem alayich nigla Lechad hodi l'kras kala Oneg Shabbat nekabela v'hayulim shisa shahosayich v'rachaku kamevahalayich yasis alayich elokayich kim sozcha sana kala lecha dodi lekras kala Oneg Shabbat nekabela yamin usmal tehefrotzi v'yes Hashem daritzi al yad ben yishai beit aloch mikarva el nafshi ala lecha dodi lekras kala Oneg Shabbat nekabela bawi b'shalom Atares ba'ala gamberina ovitzahala Tochem uneyam segula bawi kala lecha dodi lekras kala Oneg Shabbat nekabela. After the list of all the commandments of the Torah, God says to the Jewish people, would you like to accept them fully? And they said, Nasev and Nishma, we will do, and then we will listen. And the question is that it's the order is reversed. They should first you listen to something. If someone asks me a favor, I say, what do you want me to do? And then I agree to do it. But here the Jewish people did something exceptional. They told God, we don't care what it is. If you're commanding it to us, it must be important. It must be good for us. So first we will do, we'll act, we will commit ourselves, and then we'll listen. And then we'll hear what we have to do. Sometimes in life we are a little bit reluctant to do the right thing unless we hear all the details involved. And here is the lesson from the Jewish people. No, if you know it's good, you think it's good, jump in, do it right away. Forget about the details. The details will all work out at the end. We're now finished with the singing of Adon Olam. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Li'es Nasa B'chefso Kol Azai Mehelech Shemo Nikra V'yacharei Kechlos HaKol Levahado Yimloch Nora V'haya V'hu Hoveh V'hu Yiyeh B'sifara V'hu Echad V'yein Sheni Hamshilo Lehachvira V'li Reishis V'li Sachlis V'lo Ha'od V'hamizra V'hu Keli V'chai Goali V'tor Chevli V'yes Nasa V'hu Nisi Umanosli Minas Kosi B'yom Ekra B'yahado Avkid Ruchi V'yes Ishan V'yahira V'yem Ruchi Gev'yasi Ado Shemli V'lo V'ira. Have a happy and healthy week, a great weekend, a great Shabbat. We'll see everybody next week.